What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are all having an absolutely fantastic day. I know I am, and if you are, I want you to know that I really appreciate you. I haven't been doing enough to let you guys know how much I appreciate you guys watching the video. It's because of you that I get to have my dream job, and I just really wanted to let you guys know that I am super appreciative and thankful for you guys. And in order to do that, I'm going to be doing something a little silly. I want you guys to write the funniest joke you can in the comment section down below, and tomorrow when I upload, whichever comment gets the most upvotes, I'm gonna contact and basically hook up with a G Fuel care package. I know it's not a lot, but it's just my way to let you guys know that I am really thankful. So yeah, comment a funny joke and leave your Instagram handle or your Twitter handle, whichever one you prefer, and whichever one gets the most upvotes by tomorrow, I will be getting in contact with and getting a G Fuel box sent your way. Anyways, guys, as you can tell from the title and thumbnail, today I've got a pretty fun story for you guys. This is not a subscriber story. This is actually something that I experienced firsthand. Some firsthand cringe for all of you guys. So, you know, the title and thumbnail is something about a dad being angry, and the reason for this is because I may or may not have accidentally held a girl I was talking to's father's hand for the duration of an entire movie, which is a pretty bizarre thing to do and absolutely embarrassing, okay? Nothing screams embarrassment like, yo, what up, crush? Wanna watch a movie? Yeah, come over. You walk in, her dad's there to, supervise the date. Next thing you know, his hand's rubbing up against yours. You hold his hand not knowing because you think it's his daughter's. It's just a weird scenario, okay? But regardless, it's gonna be an entertaining video. I know you guys are gonna enjoy it. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, when I was about 13 years old, alright, I had a crush on a girl. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Ryan, I'm pretty sure every 13-year-old boy has a crush on a girl, and that's right. You know, that's what makes this story relatable. Everybody and their mom has had a crush on somebody when they're 13 years old, you know? And I was super nervous to talk to my crush or interact with my crush, mainly because I was a 13-year-old boy, and 13-year-old boys are just really nervous to talk to girls for some reason, alright? Like, I may seem smooth when I'm on YouTube, but for some reason, when I'm around a girl I like, I just freeze up and act like a total nerd, alright? I'm like, oh, hi, it's me, Ryan. I like candy corn. I don't know what it is, but I'm always a weirdo whenever I'm around a girl that I like. Everybody that I don't like, I'm totally fine around, you know? I'm Mr. Confident, but for some reason around girls I like, I'm a dork. And I had a class with this girl, and for the most part, I would talk to her every now and then. Whenever I did, I would make her laugh, which is 10 out of 10. For anybody out there that wants to know how to really get their crush to like them, I'm gonna give you a tip. If you can make a girl laugh, you're basically golden, you know? So, she gives me her phone number one day, unprompted. It was when I knew that I was an absolute swag lord, okay? I made her laugh, and she's like, you should text me sometime because you're really funny. And I was like, haha, I bet, girl. All right, I'm going to hit you with so many parentheses, smiley faces that you won't even know what's about to hit you. So I start texting this girl, and we kind of hit it off right away. Everything's going great. I'm like, wow, this is so nice to talk to somebody. Conversation's flowing fantastically. But of course, I am still 13 years old. I don't really know what's going on in the hood. I don't really know what to do if I like a girl. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell her I like her. I'm just confused. 13-year-olds aren't exactly experts on women. There's a reason no 13-year-old has ever written a book on how to save your marriage, all right? Because they don't know what they're talking about. So, you know, I'm putting on the moves. I'm doing what I can over text. I'm like, haha, look at this joke. Look at my memes. Don't you want to see my fantastic meme collection? Which in retrospect, I don't know how this girl kept liking me, right? And one day she asked if I want to come over and watch a movie with her. And I'm like, absolutely. I like this girl, you know, she's cute. She smells like lilacs, whatever it is, you know. I was 13. I was like, of course. Yeah, of course I do. And she said, okay, my dad wants to chaperone us to make sure nothing goes on. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I understand a parent being like, man, I don't really want you hanging out with this boy that I don't know, watching a movie in a dark room. I understand where her parents were coming from, right? So I'm like, yeah, sure. But I'm expecting, you know, her dad to sit on another couch or maybe sit on the opposite end of the couch, you know? I wasn't expecting what actually happened, which is what we're getting to. So the day comes where I'm trying to pull up to her house and hang out, do the thingamajig where we watch the movie. You know how it be sometimes, all you savages out there. and I'm spiffied up. I put on my freshest Abercrombie and Fitch cologne, all right? I'm looking fresh to death. I got gel in my hair. I'm pretty sure at one point my mom called me handsome, and that's how you know you're really looking good, okay? Because your mom never calls you handsome when you look like a box troll ever, all right? That's a joke. For some reason, moms will just, like, lie to you, bro. Like, if I ask my mom if I look fine, she will just lie to me. Like, I'm like, Mom, listen, I know I don't look fine. I'm not gonna take it personally. You don't have to call me handsome if I look like I just boxed Floyd Mayweather, all right? Like, I promise you, it's okay to tell me the truth. If I'm asking, there's probably a reason that I'm asking. Don't just assume that I want you to lie to me. Mom, if I look ugly, I want you to tell me. But that's another rant. So I dress up all spiffy. I get to her house. I meet her mom. Her mom's super nice. But her dad is this like big burly dude with a beard that kind of smells the way that like Monster tastes. I don't think that made any sense, but I hope at least one person picks up what I'm putting down. He's a big dude, and he's scary. Like, I'm definitely intimidated by how massive this dude is. This dude is so big that if he wanted, he could probably pick me up, break me in half, throw both of me out the window, and by the time I even landed, I'd be in mainland China, all right? Like, this dude is massive. And obviously, he knows that I like his daughter, which is why I've been invited over to watch a movie, and he wants to chaperone. And I get it, dog. I ain't gonna complain about chaperoning at all. I understand that parents gotta be parents and do what they gotta do. But whatever, we go in and to this like room. It's like a movie room. It had a couch in it and a TV. I don't know if it was a movie room or like a game room. I'm not really sure what it was. All I know is that there was a separate room with a couch and a TV. But there's only one couch, and it's probably just wide enough for 3 people to sit on. Like, you know those couches that will maybe fit 3 people? Like 2, it'll fit comfortably, but 3 people would be a squeeze. And she hops on the couch and I sit on the couch, and the dad, instead of like, I don't know, getting a lawn chair and setting it up, squeezes onto the couch next to me. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you, but I hope it does. So we sit down and whatever, we start watching the movie, and obviously I'm uncomfortable with a big, hairy, burly man sitting right next to me, like thighs pressed up against each other, all right? Our thighs might as well have been having a makeout session with how close this dude is sitting to me, and that obviously makes me pretty uncomfortable. Like, I can't think of any 13-year-old boy that goes, man, nothing sets the mood like sitting next to a girl's giant dad with his thighs pressed up against you like they're trying to, I don't know, meet at a swap meet and trade Nintendo DS games. So the movie starts and everything's fine for a bit, and the girl's hand is like right by my hand on my left hand side, right? Because the dad is on the right of me, the girl is on the left. So the movie starts playing, and I'm pretty sure the dad has zoned out at this point, right? And there's a hand to my left, and so since the girl is on my left, I just automatically assume that it's her hand. I didn't look down because no one wants to be the guy who like is like, oh, let me make sure it's this hand before I make a move while I'm sitting next to your dad. The last thing I want to do is draw any attention to the fact that I am about to make a move on this dude's daughter while sitting thigh to thigh with him. Which in retrospect was pretty savage of me. Like, to be honest, I went, nah, bro, I don't care if you're thigh to thigh with me. I'm gonna make the move on their daughter, and there's nothing that he can do about it. So obviously, I assume the hand that's on my left is the girl's, right? Because it's like on my left, but like near my leg, okay? I don't think there's any possible way that the hand on my left is not the girl's. So I do the thing where I like go for it and I hold her hand, and I'm like, wow, her hands are way bigger than I expected, you know? But I don't say anything because I'm not gonna be like, wow, you have really manly hands. Like, why would you say that to a girl you like? And at the time, I don't know why I didn't think about this, but like the idea that this is her dad's hand doesn't connect in my mind for some reason. Like, for some reason, I'm just, I don't know, maybe she just has manly hands. I've never like taken a look at her hands, okay? When I'm looking at a girl, I'm not like, damn girl, you got some really feminine hands, you know? I don't know how you tie your shoes with those manly hands. Like, that's just not something that I do, you know? So I hold this hand for the entirety of the movie, right? Like, the entirety of the movie. An hour and a half uncomfortably pressed thigh to thigh with her burly, hairy father and this girl, you know, right next to me. And so after the movie ends, you know, we get up and we're talking about the movie, having a discussion, and the hand that I was holding lets go, and I assume that she had just let go of my hand, right? Like, I'm like, oh, you know, the movie's over, so we're not going to hold hands anymore. That made sense to me in my brain. And so after the movie, we sat there talking for a little bit when I texted my mom and was waiting for her to come pick me up. I was like, Mom, come pick me up. I held her hand. OMG, I'm such a savage. And my mom was outside and she texted me. So I said, oh, my mom's outside. And the dad said, let me walk you out. And at this point, I'm like, oh, okay, the dad's going to make sure that I get safely to the car. How romantic. I don't know. So we're walking out to the door, and the door opens, and he looks at me and he goes, son, I want you to know something. I didn't want to tell you this in front of my daughter because I knew you'd be embarrassed. And I went, oh, okay, what is it? And he said, You held my hand during the movie, and my face just goes mortified, right? I'm like, what? What do you mean I held your hand during the movie? Like, what do you mean? And he goes, my arm was like around you on the couch and had gone back down towards your leg, because this dude was like huge. And I guess I didn't realize that his arm was around me because I was more focused on the girl I was with than her father putting her arm around me. Like, this dude was trying to make moves, all right? You 45, chillax, man. And so I kind of was like, why didn't you tell me? And he went, well, I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to like let go and then you look and see that it was me. Like, I didn't want to embarrass you. You seem like a good kid, which in reality, you know, like the dad was just trying to do the right thing. He didn't want me to get embarrassed, which I appreciate, but I'm already embarrassed because I just held a like 37-year-old man's hand for an hour and a half while my hand was sweating profusely. And I was like, you know, I did think the hands were a little big, but I just didn't, like, I was nervous. And he goes, yeah, I could tell you were nervous. So I went, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, you don't need to apologize. Like, it's just, I just thought I'd let you know so that way you didn't like ask her about it and then realize that you held my hand. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. So I get in the car and I'm obviously beat red from the fact that I just held hands with my crush's dad for an hour and a half. And so my mom's like, what's wrong? So I tell her the story and she's laughing hysterically, makes me call my dad and explain to him what went down. So now in the past 5 minutes, I've explained to my mother, the girl I like's dad, and my father that I somehow messed up and held a grown man's hand for an hour. And it honestly may have been the most embarrassing thing that I've ever had to explain in my entire life. But I hope my pain brought you happiness today. Have an absolutely incredible day. Press the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe, turn on notifications. Today's notification shout out goes to Big Bake. Shout out to you for having on notifications. I really appreciate it. If you want a notification shout out, follow me on Instagram. Send me proof that your notifications are on. On that note, don't get anyone pregnant if you do make sure they're hot. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.